Hello and welcome to A Stitch Happens. My name is Levi. I can be found on Instagram as wtfknitting without the singing and without my voice sounding like I'm going through puberty. I live in Central Ohio with my partner and our two dogs. I thought one was coming because Winston normally comes when I start yapping. Winston, Charles, and Finland Grace. We went to a parade yesterday and I was like, oh, enjoy Christmas in July. Come see White Christmas at OUL. And now I have no voice. So it's life. But I want to get on here and do my, don't you love this? This is a shirt. It's called my travel shirt that I wore. But it is so hot. So it's going to be coming off here shortly. But it's so cute. It's an Old Navy. They said it's crochet. It is not crochet. It's as if they used a cross-stitching machine, a sewing machine, stitched on like dissolvable canvas. It made like a crochet pattern, but it is not crocheted. Anyways, it is coming off. It is so hot here in Ohio. It's gonna be like 92 degrees today. And the AC is just like shit. We are not working out like that. I'm gonna come here with my mid-year WIP / check-in for 2025. I wanted to show you where we were and all the progress, so that's super exciting. It's not in any order, it's just kind of, I have all 25 here and I'm gonna go through the finishes first and then we'll go through the WIPs. I have all the bags here, so hopefully I'll have some of the little like thingamabobs. If not, it's life, we're just gonna roll with it. It was 4th of July yesterday. Today is July 5th. This camera is off, that's why. It's not centered, so I feel like I need to be clear over here, but I don't. But actually I do need to be over here because I'm gonna put pictures in today. Okay, so I'll sit over here so you can have a picture here. So the first one here is Cardinal Rules. It was in a Just for Cross Stitch magazine. I still have the pattern. I didn't bring it with us. It's an FO for now. I gotta get a button to like really cinch it together, you know, like a Biscornu is supposed to. It was super easy. It's done on 40 count and a conversion all on my own. This is Pink Sand Castle, one of them by Weeks. It is the prettiest like pink for a female cardinal. It's on 40 count Affogato by Fiber on a Whim. And I just did my own colors. I think I did 1 or 2 of the called for. They were actually both meant to be, all 4 of them were meant to be male cardinals, but I wanted a female and a male because female cardinals are actually my favorite. Other than a blue jay. I know people love bluebirds because they're so small, but I love a blue jay because they're so pretty and they look like a woodpecker. But I don't know if they're in the same family, but they're humongous. Most people are like, oh, they're so tiny. No, that's a blue bird. A blue jay is enormous. I mean, it's not like hawk enormous or like owl enormous. Oh, we had this owl on our deck. I'll put a picture here if I remember. Anyways, so this is an Adjust for Cross Stitch. It's a Biscornu. It's called Cardinal Rules. On 40 count Affogato, Fiber on a Whim, completed. And I did the Biscornu. It wasn't really that hard. I looked at, first of all, I thought for the longest time that pattern was tiny moderate. I think I do have the camera on the wrong. It doesn't matter. It is so hot in here. And I even have the AC on, so you're gonna hear the AC. I mean, I have whole house AC, so shouldn't be that loud. You'll just hear a slight hum. And the TV's on. One moment. Okay. Sorry, I paused it. So I did want to tell you for Cardinal Rules, I did 5,220 stitches. That was just this year. So from the beginning of the year to the end of till it was finished. Those may be slightly incorrect because I do Excel, but sometimes I forget to like update so that it can calculate itself. Cardinal Rules, 5,220 stitches on 40 count Affogato by Fiber on a Whim. And I should have wrote down the month I finished it in, but I can't remember. Next one here is Hipster Lamb. This is on a 28 count. I'm gonna say it's a Lugana and an unknown, like I don't know what it, what color it is. It's a full coverage pattern, but the color here was this color here in the sweater. And I just bought a fabric I thought looked similar. I think I actually rearranged these colors too. I don't think that's the color of the way this is supposed to be. I think these glasses are supposed to be blue instead of black, I think, or black instead of blue. There's a little Finny Grace. But yeah, and unfortunately this is no longer in print. I had a few people reach out to me and gave them the designer on the PDF, and I don't know if anything ever came of that. So that's on 28 count, Mystery Lugana, and I did 1,184 stitches for the FO. The next one. Now I got rid of all these patterns. Like I gave any of the charts I gave away at StitchCon or before. This here is Christmas Rose by Blackbird Design. It's on 28 count. Dense Fog linen by Wichelt when they were hand dyeing linen. And this here is a tree. It's supposed to be a tree. If you watched my previous videos, oh yeah, I'm gonna put a picture here, I forgot. Oops, that's okay. Wait, it was at the beginning of the year, if I have the picture. I'm pretty sure I have everyone but Plantation. Anyways, so I did love, instead of anybody's initials, I was gonna do 2010, but I kind of forgot and I did 2025 because my partner and I got together in 2020 or 2010. So we've been together 15 years. Whew. Christmas Rose, that was 3,055 stitches for the finish. And I do know that was a finish actually for March Madness, where I did, the first week I did that and Sarah Barker, and then I did that and I don't remember. No, because I got it done. Doesn't matter, it was March Madness. I actually think Hipster Lamb and Christmas Rose both, I might have to pause this, she wants to get up in her chair. Okay, we got her back in her chair, and then I had to clean up vomit, because apparently she had an upset stomach this morning. So Christmas Rose, 28 count, Dense Fog by Wichelt when they were hand dyeing, or however they were dyeing the fabric, and it's 2/2 with all the call for threads. And also all the other, so the Biscornu was 1/1, 1/2 on my, whatchamacallit, I wouldn't even know them at this point, other than the pink sand, because it's literally my favorite color for female Cardinals. And then Hipster Lamb was 2/2 on all the called for DMCs by the person. I think it was called Plateau or Pluto, or I don't know, I should probably check to see if, should have done these in like order in which I finished them, but that's okay. This here is Matter in Hand by Jeanette Douglas. This was our 2024 StitchCon. Me, Pam, and Jamie all did a stitch along for the 2024 season. And we got it, me and Jamie got it done, and then Pammy was on the struggle bus. We're gonna get her together at some point. So I finished her with 3,674 stitches, and it's on 40 count, 1/1, and all the called for colors, other than I added purple here, and I did the purple there, which wasn't called for. It was like some ugly yellow brown thing, and I didn't like it, so I added purple to it. And 1/2 with all the called for other than the purple on 40 count platinum linen by Zwagart. This one here, oh, I love this one. Beloved by Running with Scissors, Needle and Scissors, I think. Oh gosh, I love this pattern. It's in the Vicki Clayton silks on a 46 count shadow by Victorian Motto. This was my 2024, I think, Blessing Sampler. I don't know what kind of crack I was smoking. I had almost all of it done but the bird and one of these sides and then the bottom. And I finished this, I think, in January. So that's super cute. And again, that's on 1 silk thread over 2 linen threads on 46 count shadow by Victorian Motto. I wish they'd start selling fabric again. Maybe, I don't know. This one's not a 2025 WIP 20 and 25. This is actually my 2025 Blessing Sampler on Eureka. So there'll be no before and after, because I started this in January. On a 40 count. Could be a 46 count. Could be a 46 actually. Into All a Good Night by Blackbird. It's out of print. Hopefully they reprint it. And I did all my own colors other than this here. The lettering is the right color, and I think the roof is the right color. Other than that, I did it all myself. Oh, it's so darling. And I haven't cut the fabric because I want to take it in to get it framed. Okay, so I am going to, so I did Mermaid, and my Mermaid project was Emerald Mermaid. And I said, oh, I'm gonna get a video out, and I didn't get the video out, but I'm gonna put a collage here because I will show you what she looked like every day in May, and I finished her. We left for North Carolina on the 31st, so I had to get her finished on the 30th because I was not taking her to the beach because it'd be too chaotic, and I only, if I didn't get it finished, I'd only have like a few beads, and who wants to do all that on vacation? So I worked tirelessly and got her finished on the 30th. I may have got her finished on the 29th. I don't remember. This is 28 count linen by Picture This Plus called Mercedes. She is in all the called for threads, 2/2 on a 28 count linen. I did, however, do something new with her. I actually used, you're probably not gonna be able to see, yeah, you can, just the ticking. I used the clear thread because like all these bubbles that were out in outer space, I really didn't know how to like figure that out with threads and stuff. And I tried to find like the lightest blue, and I did it, and I didn't love the way it looked. And anyway, so all of them are on using clear threads. Let's see if I can get it up close to see it in her hair. Yeah, see it right there? You can just see the ticking of the pulling of the thread, because I am a thread choker. I gave this pattern away too. I think, did Melissa took it? I don't know. I put it on the table at Stitch Gone and everybody went through it. Oh, okay. So, let's look. Beloved. Beloved took me 6,123 stitches to finish. I don't have All a Good Night because I didn't, she wasn't done. She wasn't a 2020 and 25. Emerald Mermaid, 9,179 stitches completed. And I think 90% of those, maybe besides like 200 or 300, was actually completed in May. So that's super fun. Beloved. And she's on a 28 count Mercedes by PTP. It's cute, I love it. And then my next one, oh, I love her. I love this one. So this one here is my, In Heaven and Nature Sings. This is the one I was like, I hate this project. I hate the threads. My grandma died the day I was working on it. I just did a simple thread change, and look at it, it's done. It's on 36 count. Duxbery by Fox and Rabbit. I did one sulky thread over 2 linen threads, and it's all my own conversion, and I'll show you the colors. And I love this one. I'm really excited about getting it framed. That deer though, oh, she was a beast. She's a she. I love she deer. She's so pretty. I had her in a bag that my friend made. She's no longer making bags. I don't think she liked it. Her sister now makes bags though. Two old lady bags, I think is their name. Lisa. I don't remember her mom's name. I don't know if I ever caught that. So for the red and the orange in the pattern, the red is 1169 and the orange is 1161. Now I did kind of get mine maybe a little brighter, maybe a little lighter. I'm not really sure. So the light green, I didn't have a light green, and it could be white. I did 1071, and for the black, I did 1005. And then the 2 greens, the darker green is 1156 and the lighter green is 1209. So pretty. So here's the 2, there's the red and the orange. that I gave you earlier. I guess I should do that. This is the white. I want to say the color was like a silvery gray. I don't know. This is the white and the black. Here's the two greens. And then, now, I want to let you know, I thought I was going to run out of this brown, and I didn't. I have plenty left. So I bought another one. They look slightly different from each other. The one I got's a little bit darker or lighter, I can't remember. So the brown is 1130, and the gray she had you use, I picked two grays. This was the other gray, and I like the darker gray, so I used it, and it's 1234. Yeah. And then for the tan, I used 1179. And that's it. I used one thread over 2 linen threads and busted this out. I did 12,981 stitches in 2025 and got her done. Oh, I'm so excited to get her on my mantle for Christmas. And I have 2 mantles, as you can tell. This is the other side of the fire. My double-sided fireplace. This is the other side of it. And I want to do a Christmas on both sides. So that'll be super fun. Sorry, I'm trying to be responsible. Okay, so now that is all the FOs I did. Again, and Naturesing was on 36 count Duxbery, 1 sulky thread over 2 linen threads. And I did 12,981 stitches for the finish. So now I get to about May and I just can't I can't follow the rules anymore. I do that with WIP Go. I get to about May and it just goes out the roof, and it kind of went out the roof with Mirabillia, and then in June, I just needed something that I could just focus on and just get done. And I'll pick things up sporadically, but like before I was doing, but I'm also getting the itch where I want to work on all the things again. So we'll see what happens in the future. My current finish for this month is Noel by Jaylynn. I wanted to show you something else. So if you watched my StitchCon video, you'll notice that I did kind of like a basic overview of the By Annie's Ultimate Travel Bag. And I thought it was great. And if I had it here, I'd show you. It was such a beautiful bag. I'll put a picture here if I remember. I should just like do whatever I need to do. I don't know. So this is Noel. Currently I've done that doesn't seem right. 2,544 stitches. Because I've done more this month than that. Okay, maybe not. Who cares? Doesn't matter. 2,544 stitches for the month, for the year of 2025. This is my focus on a finish for the month. I'm doing all the called for. Jaylynn, you know, they send you the 14 out count or whatever, Ada. Here's the pattern. Gosh, I love this. But I wanted to show you. So I made a bag. It is so darling. But I had all this mesh, and I'm trying really hard this year not to acquire like more, well, I shouldn't say acquire because I keep buying fabric, especially from Michael's, which is the devil. But anyways, I had all this mesh, and I wanted to use up the mesh. So I made a bag. This is called Please Me. I don't remember what it's called, but it's on Pieces of Me. BuyAnnies.com. It's their free pattern. They have a complete library of tutorials. They give you everything you need to complete it. This is the fabric on the inside. These are all from like 2019, 2018, so they probably are no longer in print. But I love this cheater quilt. Oh, I just think it's so darling. And then this here is cotton and steel, I believe. I went through this whole cotton and steel. I wanted everything in all their Christmas lines that they ever made. So I went on this whole like journey of finding it. I stitched faux octagons. I just didn't do the top of them. And I used the green mesh. I used the green mesh to get it done. This pattern was very fun. This, I would make maybe these just a little bit bigger so it's a little bit smoother to like make the curve. I would, instead of using like a 3.5, Oh, the light just flashed. 2.5 square, I might do a 3. And I'd actually change the zipper to here and make it a long bag. Like I'd probably keep the handle still here because it'd make the most sense, but I would put the zipper this way and make the whole bag. And then also I hate this. I hate the way they do their zippers. So I changed that too. And I said that in my bag thing. I would case the zipper and not leave it exposed like this, but also I didn't want to think about it when I made it. And I was also just trying to get rid of all the stuff. I'm trying to get all rid of the mesh. So I'm working on all the called for. It's a nice bag. It's small. That's why I would do it like this, so that so this could actually fit in here. Cause see, it fits. It just doesn't fit. And it's 16 by 11. I'd probably do it maybe like, I typically work on like an 8 by 14 Q snap. So it would be perfect for an 8 by 14. But this pattern, I have an 11 by 17 on it because I want to see all of it so I can just pop around wherever I want. So I wanted to show you this bag. It was super cute, super nice. I have another one being made. I'm making it for a friend. Here is where I'm at. And I'm not taking it out because I just got it in the right spot last night. Now I finished, I think at the beginning of the year, I didn't have this end finished and I didn't have the bird that's in the end. It is complete now. And if I didn't, I'll put a picture of it at the beginning of this month because I'm also doing this every day. This is my focus project. And I did, okay, you can kind of see it. I spent hours backstitching this wing and you can't even see it. The devil's in the details, but darn. Like, let's see even if I put like a thing. I guess you kind of can see it. In real life, you can't see it at all. Like, this is an unbackstitched wing and that's a backstitched wing. And I think it's because the fabric is like a white cream when I got it. And I changed it to purple. So like, even though these are all white colors, the purple still slightly bleeds through because it's a 14 count. And if you wanted a full nice coverage, they probably should have recommended 3 strands over 1, 8 square, but I was doing it 2 over 1. And I think that's why the white, that gray doesn't show up as well. I'm still gonna do it over here and hope. I thought about maybe kicking it up to the next, like maybe to this gray or like one of those grays to kind of kick it up a little, but I've already stitched. We're not doing that. Anyways, so these little burgers right here, the cranberries or whatever they are, I'll tell you, 9 stitches. They have 5 colors in the berry and 1 backstitch color. Woo! They're a beast. So I have 2,544 stitches. It's done on a 14 count, dyed by me. I did cherry red and blue jean red, equal part, like maybe, I think it was a cap and a cap. And then it was too dark, so I threw bleach on it. Anyways, love this. And I'm really excited to get back to this one. Like, see, it just doesn't fit in the bag. So I would definitely like make it a little bit longer, but it's really just darling. What the hell is this? I'm gonna keep that out because I gotta put that in the thing. Next one's Ann Thomas, 1854 by Hands Across the Sea. I've currently done 4,807 stitches and I literally have not kept up with it. I want to. Here she is. I'm gonna actually pull the top off because that's where I worked for the most part. There she is. I have finished that. I finished this row here. I finished this, that. I've worked good. I just haven't kept up with the promise that I made myself that I was gonna do X amount of stitches every month. I haven't done it in 2 months. Didn't do it for May and I didn't do it for April, or May and June. But I have her on my list to finish in September. Because I think she has like 16,000 stitches. And September is kind of a chill month for us. Like we don't really like we'll be back from like our end of the summer vacation, and oh, I do have actually, I bought this actually as a manual and a digital. So I guess I could technically have given that away. But there it is. She's super cute. And I dyed that fabric on my own. It started out as a 32 count apricot Lugana. I dyed it with cherry red and then a little bit of chocolate brown. Boiled the hell out of it. And then that's it. So I did 4,807 stitches. And again, I gotta get back to it so I can get it done for September. Because I think I'm gonna have to do a little bit of pre-work. A little bit of sorry. My teeth have got, I don't know, anyway. I gotta do a little pre-work to get that finished because I don't think it will get finished otherwise. Next one is put a bird on it. I have currently done 4,847 stitches. I haven't kept up on this one either. I love it, so I'm gonna try. This bird is by Creative Blessing on Etsy. Here it is. This is a Modern Folk Embroidery. Oh, no. Nope, this way. This is a Modern Folk Embroidery. This is a 13-month sow with the I just went blank. All I can think of is Sunshine Stitchers, EJ and Shelia. And I am doing mine on Dyed by Rwanda in Canada. These are both a one-off. This is a one-off. That's a one-off. This is a DMC. I was doing the thing, and I wanted this to kind of just meld in the background. Like I got a color that was closer to like this green color that was being put on in the thing. And yeah, so there we are. I should have done. I think I'm taking that out and making them all green. Making this all green here. And then, yeah, that's it. So I gotta get back to it. I'm 2 months behind. Well, I'm now 3 months behind because it's July. But you're not really behind ever. You just gotta pick it up and get it moving. So that is on 18 count, one thread over 1/8 square. And I've currently done 4,847 stitches for the 2025. Next one is The New Normal by Long Dog Sampler. This is on Bronze Age by Live and Die LA, and their floss called The True Color. And I bought two 50-yard skeins at the retreat in November. This is something that me and Melissa are doing, as well as our friend Spencer is doing it as well. Melissa can be found on here. Melissa Makes It All, I think is what she changed it to, instead of The Diary of a Hyperactive Crafter. I think she changed it to Melissa Makes It All, and then Stitching Spencer. And we're doing that together. And this here also was, I was doing a certain percentage a month. And I just fell off. This here is something that I made for us at the retreat. I made all of our table mates one. The retreat was not that well attended, so I made 7 because I didn't know what to make. I made 8. And Melissa took 2, she took 1 and gave 1 to our friend Kim, and then I think I have 2, maybe, or I gave my sister 1, I can't remember. If you need a tutorial, I would use, or a thing, I would buy it off of what's her face. Tiger Lily Design. And then this here, you can just make it up yourself. I use a 1 by 1 inch square. Well, actually that's a lie. I do 1 3/8 because the magnets I use are 1 1/8. And I soak it in corn. Why do I always say cornstarch? I don't even use cornstarch. Clothing spray, iron spray. I can't think of the name. Starch. Spray starch. I soak it in spray starch, turn it over, put the plastic piece in, flip it over, put the iron until the cornstarch or the spray starch is done, and then I make this. It's basically the binding piece tucked on itself, 1/4 of an inch all the way around, and I make it about 10 inches. And then 11. And then I sew it down on all 4. I sew it down the sides, flip it inside out, sew it down on all 3 sides, and then attach it wherever I think I want it. And then that's it. And that's the new normal by Long Dog Samplers, and I've done 4,520 stitches in 2025, which also seems kind of low, but maybe not. And that is on a 40 count Bronze Age by Live and Die LA, and I'm doing it with 1 thread over 2 linen threads. I need a drink. Next one, and I do not have a picture of this one. This is the only one. I don't know why I didn't take a photo of it at the beginning. This is the Plantation Sampler. You can find it on 1884 Stitchery. I'm assuming bought the rights from whoever made this originally. I have done 1,119 stitches. It is on a 40 count Marlowe by Swagart. And I bought this on 123 Stitch. I'll put it over here because I might try to go back and grab a picture from the video. I had worked on it prior to the video, but probably not a significant amount to even care. I'm also slating this one for a finish in September. Don't ask, I might be a lunatic. Because she's got a big old house. Actually, her prairie is big. I mean, she's got a huge manger in the front. Like, she's got so much animals and grass below that big old house. She's got 2 or 3 willow trees, all these damn pine trees. Let's burn them all down. Nobody wants them anyway. It is done on, again, the Plantation Sampler. It is done on 40 count mallow. It's an undyed. It kind of makes it look like Rustico Ada. I don't love it because one thread is like a light gray with brown specks, and then this way, or whichever way it is, and then one of them's cream. So it's really like plays tricks on your mind to figure out where your holes are. Don't love it, but we're still getting along. So I've done 1,219 stitches. That also seems very low. But also, I might be delusional. Who the hell knows? All right, I'm gonna pause, get some reset done here, and then we'll get back to the progress. Okay, sorry about that, we're back. Yeah, I do keep the camera over here because I keep looking. My head hurts. Okay, so I am doing a unicorn, a peacock, and a badger by The Scarlet Letter. And I am doing it full coverage. I've currently done 1,667 stitches. I am doing it on a cream. It doesn't have the orange, so I'm not gonna say it's swag art, but it is a cream linen 40 count. I'm doing it 1 thread over 2. I'm currently working in all the 9, I think it's 923, 926. Something along those lines. And this is where I am. And I am fully recharting this on Excel, and I gotta get back to it. I think that's the reason why I kind of stopped, because I don't have much more of it charted. And this is my get it done in a leap year, Sal. Everyone did long dogs. I wanted to try to get this done in 4 years. I'm doing such an excellent job. I'm stitching it all in hand. I'm using the TMC that I bought from her. I don't know if I'd buy the kit from her. It was very expensive. And like this, it's kind of garbage linen. It's like really stiff. Here's the peacock, unicorn, and a badger if you wanted to see it. That one is on 40 count cream. It's not a swag art base. It's kind of a really tough, scratchy linen. That's why I'm doing it in hand. And I've done 1,667 stitches. And that is my leap year day, Sal. And apparently I'm not doing very good at it because I was supposed to do 20,000 stitches 24 last year, 25 this year, 26, 27. And it didn't work out because that's how many stitches are in it. This one is one I've given up for the year. It's just too hard. It's a Châtelaine. It is called, and here is all the stuff, like look. Oof. It is a Châtelaine. It's called Hummingbird Lace. I probably should put that pin back there. Hummingbird Lace by Châtelaine. It's on a 28 count vintage, antique lace. antique lace, and here I am. I've done just a little bit in here. I've done some of those. It's just really hard to like not commit time to it. Like maybe in December when I've got some of my other stuff I want to complete or whatever, and it's cold outside, I will actually get it out and start working on it again. Because I really do love it. And these hummingbirds are 1/1, and I just think it's so beautiful. And I made it in memory of my grandma. But it's just tough, and I'm doing it on all the called for threads, specialty threads, silks. I even got the Glorianas. I had to buy them from some place that took it didn't take actually very long, but like it cost a lot in shipping, even though they were like in Connecticut or something. On a 28 count vintage white, or antique, I keep saying vintage. It's antique white and a swag art. And it has, the fabric's too large. I'm actually thinking about taking my losses and just restarting it. I don't know, we'll see. It's not white, and it's kind of, I don't know. I wish I would have done an even weave instead of a 28 count even weave instead of a linen. You know how it works. So that is Hummingbird Lace on a 28 count antique white. I'm doing 2/2, 1/1 specialty stitches, and I have currently done only 304 stitches. But again, it is off the WIP list. It's not a 20 and 25 anymore, and I haven't replaced it. So she has been outed. Even though, like, I still showed you because I worked on it. And she's still considered, I'm just not working on it until maybe December. So maybe she won't even get outed at all. So this is Amelia Birds. This one here is by Quaint Rose Needle Arts. And I am doing this one on a 32 count vintage country mocha. And all the called for DMCs. And I am doing all the foliage, and 1 thread over 2, and I'm doing the bird 2/2. That's not, it's all called for 1/1 or 1/2 or 2/2. The whole thing. I'm just doing mine slightly different because I kind of like the airiness of the foliage, and the birds really like taking center stage. So she is one of my WIPs to be finished next month because I think she only has like 2,000 or 3,000 stitches. So like she doesn't got a lot. So Mirabillia Birds, I've done 865 stitches thus far. Again, she's on a 32 count Lugana vintage country mocha with all the DMCs, and I'm doing the background 1 thread over 2 Lugana threads, and then I'm doing the bird 2/2. And Mirabillia Birds, and I've done 865 stitches for the year, and she is slated for a finish tomorrow. Or tomorrow, could you imagine? I don't even do 2,000 or 3,000 stitches in a day. The most I think I've ever done is 1,100 or maybe 1,200 stitches, and that was because I was fully committed, apparently. This is my next one. This is a StitchCon 2023 start. It is Nightingale. I'm doing her on 32 count Lugana coffer. No, sorry, 28 count. Picture this plus coffer. I'm doing it on all the called for threads. You know, she has 2 Karen water lilies and a handful of whatchamacallit. And no, she has 1 Karen lily and this devil nonsense. Oh my gosh, it's so terrible. Here it is. So Nightingale by Mirabillia has had 569 stitches. Here's the fabric. I've done that. And then one night I was like, oh, I want to try this glow-in-the-dark floss out. Do you see how terrible those stitches are? Oh my gosh, they're so bad. Like, I'm embarrassed how terrible they are. And like, I don't even really know why, but they're bad. So anyway, that's for my sister because she's a nurse as well. I'm doing my own on delphinium. I might actually take that glow in the dark out and just replace it with something different. This bag here was made by Melissa. It is a Nightingale bag. Vinyl front, so darling. I love her. So Nightingale by Mirabillia, I've done 599 stitches. She is done on a 28 count Lugana coffer. And I am doing her 2/2, and I'm using all the DMC and called for threads. Next one, oh gosh, I love this. What Remains by Blackbird. This was an exclusive that I bought from Traditional Stitches, I think, in Canada. And I think I don't know what I bought. This is on a 32 count Zwagart Weeks Dye Works straw, which is the called for linen. I'm doing it 2/2 at the Vicki Clayton conversion. And if I'm remembering correctly, it's either this plant that's wrong or that plant. I'm not ripping anything out. There's more than enough room for all of it. So I'm gonna get back to this. This is actually slated for a finish next month as well. Because I reprogrammed her, or not reprogrammed, I put her in Excel, and I think she has about 8,000 stitches, maybe. I know kind of July is a stretch, or sorry, August. Because we're still going on another trip with my family, I think, possibly. What Remains, I've done 1,073 stitches. That is on a 32 count straw linen by Weeks Dye Works on the Zwagart base. I have something started on 40 count on their old base. I like it on the 40 count, but I don't like it on anything else less than. And I did the Vicki Clayton silk conversion. And that conversion's actually done with the overdyed. Most of the time her conversions are done with the DMC, but she did do, excuse me. She did do it with the, I just got the damn black pen on me. Ugh, I can't keep anything nice. So yeah, so that's that. Next bag. Oh, this is all my leftovers from whatchamacallit. Oh, here's my thing. I bought a new one because I couldn't find it. Oh well, so that's Mermaid, Emerald Mermaid. So we don't need to see her because we're done with her. Which is also very exciting. So I need to put all that back into my DMC pack, which I still haven't finished. Oh, she's got some crying. What color is she? Number 4, 202 HL. 102C. Oh, that's one I think I need. Okay, it doesn't matter. Oh, this is very fine. Oh, this is number 4. Okay, sorry. I was looking for, doesn't matter. We're done talking about her. Cathedral Wood Goddess by Needlework by Mirabillia. I've loved her forever. She is on a 32 count. Jaylynn. She might be on a 28 count, 32 count, who knows? Jaylynn. Queen's Anne Lace. This is also one of their hand-dyed things that Wichelt was doing and then quit doing. I've worked on her a little bit. Cathedral, oh, I've done decent, only 422 stitches. So she is for work on for Nora November. She is on a 28 count, 32 count, whatever count, Jaylynn by Wichelt. It's called Queen's Anne Lace when they were doing it. I'm doing everything 2/2, or unless the pattern says do otherwise. And she is slated to a finish. Ooh, that's a tough sell, but slated for a finish in November for Nora November. Here is Santa's Journey stocking. This is for my partner. It is on all the called. Oh, I don't even have it in here. Oh, yeah, it is. I was going to say, that's how well I worked on it. It's on all the called for. And this is where I'm at. So I started the year with just this. And I finished all the rest. I finished this. Now I'm going to start working on the way. You can see I'm starting the sky. And I believe it's like half stitch, 3 threads or something. And it hurts my hand because they want you to do all this like nonsense. Like all this heavy like lifting. My little delicate hand's gonna be doing all that, baby. I am so dramatic. Here's mine. This one's called, oh, that's the pattern. This one's called the Enchanted Ornament Stocking. Oh, I love this. If you want to see a finish on this, go to watch. I bought it and it inspired me to start it was the Highway Stitcher and Amy Loves Toads. I love Amy Loves Toads. I've met her a few times at StitchCon. She didn't come this year. But I think also she said she wasn't. This one I've done a handful on. This is on all the called for kit stuff, so I didn't do anything different. So cute. I want to get back to all these, honestly, but I really want to go back to this. That is on, okay, sorry, I forgot. Let's look. So, Santa's Stocking Journey, I have done 1,199 stitches, and that is, dimensions like 5/60. 5 threads over 60 holes. No, just kidding. It's whatever dimension tells. And then the Enchanted Ornament Stocking, I have only done 636 stitches on mine. And that is also done however dimension tells me, and it's all in the kit. This one here is my only UFO, and I'm not going to UFO it. I was talking to some lady who suggested I put fox eggs on it. It's an Artiste brand. I bought a bundle off of eBay during the pandemic, and it was one of the things that came in it with threads and stuff. And here it is. I've lost the pattern. A handful of people offered to send to me. I just can't. And it's 1/1 on 28 count or some nonsense like that. So I'm just gonna write for fox sake with this thread here and put a thing on it and hang it on the wall. And this one here is another bag with creative blessings. Next, this one also is slated for a finish in, I said there was something else that was slated for a finish in August. That's a lie. No, it is not a lie. So for fox sake, I did 100, but I UFO'd it after that 100. Next one here is Sarah Barker, 1840. Yes. I am doing it on 16 count. No, 18. I don't know what count. Here it is by Needlework Press. Sarah Barker. I am doing the dinky dye conversion they did or whatever. I don't know what it says here. Model stitch and dinky dye. So I did dinky dyes. And here I am. I am doing this on a 18 count. What the fuck are all these feathers doing on it? I'm doing on 18 count milk and sugar. Cream and sugar. Milk and honey. Cream and sugar. This is cream and sugar. By Fiber on a Whim. I've done a lot on this, actually. I have done Sarah Barker 1,199 stitches. She is a slate for, October for a finish. And, oh, there's a bug. There's a ladybug. We got ladybugs all over the house. They don't live long. Did you know that? They don't live very long. This is really dusty. Guess I didn't clean it up afterwards. And also, I don't even know where the bag goes other than that. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I'm doing it on 18 count, 1/1 with the dinky dye colorways they suggest. And I've done a lot on this. I'm going to pull it back over here because I've done a lot. I know 1,100 stitches doesn't sound like a lot, and I think that might be a skewed number, but I've done a handful. Oh, because I've done 3,534 stitches. It's like that 1,100 sounds like I've already said that before. 3,534 stitches on Sarah Barker. That's why she feels like she's done a lot, because I've done a lot. Next one. Heart and Matter in Hand. I did her. Okay, we've only got 3 left. Who's excited? I'm really excited. So I get off here and start editing. Who is she? She gonna edit? Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna try. Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. Love this pattern. It is on a 32 count truffle. I'm doing it, okay, this is the one I'm doing. I'm doing whatever the hell I want on this one, apparently. But on this block here, I did the lettering 2/2. On the other block, I did the lettering 1/2. I'm doing all the black borders 2/2 because it's DMC, so it's a little bit of a thinner black. And I am doing everything else 1/1. And in this block, I've done everything 1/2, but I'm using one thread. But I'm going to do the black block 2/2. And this is a 36 count. If I was to do it over again, I'd probably do it on I would do it on a 40 because it's still just a little too large. But I love this block. I'm really excited to get back to it. This is a block. I'm doing a block. I'm actually going to finish this block and this block in Christmas in December. That's what it's slated for. A December finish. And Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow, I've done 1,203 stitches. This is on a 36 count truffle by Picture This Plus. And I'm doing the borders and the letter in the first block 2/2, and everything else, and the other blocks will all be 2/2 in the black, or 3371, I can't remember what color it is. And then every other thing else, I'm going to do 1/2. I'm going to do all the lettering, blah, blah, blah. Because I forgot, I'm not ripping it out. It's just the way it is, I'm not ripping it out. And I have done 1,203 stitches on Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow, and that is slated for the 2 block, the house block above it, and then my Christmas tree block. I want to get it done because I've started it. I think it's a 23 project, and I wanted to try to do a block a year, and I kind of haven't done any. So I want to get the house block done. Actually, I want to do one, when I first started, I want to do 1 block a month, and I was doing really good until we got to that snow and that fence. And then I was like, I don't like doing this. So yeah, I'm going to get, by December, which is that's my goal for December, is to finish the top block, the second block, and then finish also the 5th block. Which is really exciting if I can make dreams happen. And I'm doing it all in the DMC. I did not splurge for the NPIs. Little Winnie Boy needed some attention. He was out there barking at nothing, so I brought him in. And here's little Winston Charles. He has a grooming appointment. Gosh, he looks like he doesn't have an eye. This is little Winnie Charles. We love him. Oh, he's my precious boy. And then little Fendi girl, she might come over because she's now, looks like she's about to get feisty. Okay, we have 2 projects left. Isn't that exciting? My next one is Mystic Garden. Ooh, this one's dirty too. Gosh, I need to take better care of this stuff. Wow. My next project is Mystic Garden. This is on all the called for things. It is from 1990s mystery thing. It's on 28 count Quakers cloth or something like that in black. I've actually done a lot on this. And I don't really want to unroll it, but I'll unroll it for you. And I've done all of the bottom here. Hold on just a second, let me. And then there's that. So I've done a lot. I've done this is where the border is. This is the top of the lumps, where the flowers start and the bees or the butterflies, and then there's the bottom. I mean, it's not the full bottom because it still continues down, but that's the bottom where I finished. And I was working all on part 1, and then I got bored. And I'm using all of the called for specialty flosses, specialty fibers. That's my Sunday stitch. I haven't done that in a long time either. It's Mystic Garden. I've done 2,466 stitches. And that was my birthday start last year. And it was a pitiful start when I started it. The last project is Queen of Freedom. I love her. I've been thinking about her and thinking about her and thinking about her and then still thinking about her. And then I realized that I wanted to do Lady of the Flag and the Queen. Okay, let me tell you about StitchCon. It was so funny. Sometimes, like, okay, my brain 100 times works like either slower than because I'm thinking it. So my brain doesn't compute sometimes with what I'm expressing. So like I will have like word salad until I figure out the word that I'm having. Like for example, we were at StitchCon and I was talking to someone and I was like, oh yeah, they're like, did you bring Queen of Freedom? I'm like, no. They're like, we're talking about Lady of the Flag. I'm like, oh, I saw your finish with the Lady of the Flag. It was beautiful, blah, blah, blah. Did you bring Queen of Freedom? And I said, no, I didn't bring Queen of Freedom, but I'm actually thinking about completely redoing her when I get back home. I said, because I really want her to look like, the person that hangs out on Ellis Island and the lady that hangs out at Ellis Island and she's green and she was given to us from France because I gave like all these things and I just could not think of the Statue of Liberty. I was like, yeah, the one that greeted the immigrants as they came across the ocean. It was like a symbol of, we accept everyone, which apparently we don't do that anymore. Fuckers! Anyways, so I wanted Lady of the Flag to be green. And I'm like, she was so massive. I'm not stitching her. I'm not restitching her. So then I'm like, okay, so I could take the colors of Lady of the Flag greens and maybe do her in green. Are you with me? Now, I have all this gold thread, so I don't know if gold would work. And I've done a fair bit on her. So here she is. She's on We the People by Fabric Flare on a 32 count. Yeah, 32 count We the People. And I think also, like, if I just used darker colors, because, like, see, you can't see the writing, like, right here. You can't see it through the darker colors. But also, I really want a Lady of the Liberty, the Statue of Liberty, Lady of Liberty, Statue of Liberty, on my wall. Like, we go there every year, 2 or 3 times a year we used to go, and now and I've never seen the Statue of Liberty. I've probably been to New York, at least, I would say, 50, 60, 75 times. And I've never been to the Statue of Liberty. We always never think about it. It's that simple. We never think about it. Never think about it. So I am ripping her out. All that to say, I'm ripping all of this besides the book. I think I'm gonna rip that out too, because I want to kind of make it coppery. Like, I don't know yet. Anyways, I might leave her. I'm gonna leave her headdress. Like her ferns or whatever. I gotta figure it out. That's what I'm saying. I've got to figure it out. And I might rechart her on Excel. And here's why. Because I can change. I should actually just buy the charting software to rechart her. Because I can change the green and make it look like the DMC green that I want to use. So I don't have to rip any of this out until I know that's what I want to do. Like when I did Starlit and changed her skin color, I actually charted her and then put her in Pattern Keeper and changed her browns until I liked the way she looked. So I made chart. Like I made chart from her clavicles, like right here, down. Like maybe just the bodice. Like when I get all the colors of her dress in and play around with changing the colors. And also though I have really like rare, I can't find them anywhere. She has two, the J002 and then 102C, the Venetian gold. And I had to buy them on eBay because I wanted them because I thought I was going to get there. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. And I paid too much money for them. So she's on hold. I mean, she's on hold anyways because right now, this is a little sketch. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, so I'm going to try to change her. And my friend, I can't be on Facebook. I haven't been on Facebook in probably 5 years. But like every year I go on because people would say happy birthday, blah, blah, blah. This year I suspended it. And it was on the Mira conversion Facebook group. And I think I deleted it because I needed space. I think I deleted it when I ran out of space on my phone. And anyways, I had a little snapshot of one that was like handwritten. This one here is in my favorite 501s, like the 500, 501, 503, 504, 502, 1850, and 890. For the dress, the main 6 colors come from Vicki Schwamann's conversion. I converted 2 other DMCs in the Chronic along the bottom of her dress. Okay, so I'm thinking about starting with these 6 colors. I don't really know how much her dress is because I don't remember. Well, there looks like there's, well, let's look. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there might actually be 6. 6. Okay, there might be 6. So I may start with this and see what I can do with getting her to look like the Statue of Liberty. I mean, she's sitting and it doesn't look like the Statue of Liberty, but I just really want to like a remnant or whatever. Not a remnant. Like just make her look like the Statue of Liberty because it's a very fond memory of mine. My partners, when we got together. He took me actually to New York for the first time when I became an LPN. That was my graduation gift. And he took me to all these things and we seen Lugana Falls. We got to see Sister Act opening night. We got to see Wicked for the first time. We got to see Spider-Man. Sister Act, Spider-Man, Lugana Falls. Oh my gosh, that trip about killed me. I was even skinnier back then. I was, skinny mini. And yeah, we had such a good time. And it just reminds me of I remember flying in and he made sure we had a seat so we could see the statue over. It was very cute. Anyways, I tell everyone, I do not deserve him. He's too nice. I'm too rotten for that. Anyways, so it's just a very fun memory and I love it. Then, I don't know, because I'm only working on one project, so that's not really that fun to watch. But I do need to do like a new start whip parade. Maybe I'll do that mid-year. I don't know. But I'll be back soon. My partner's show starts in 2 weeks, like not next weekend, but the weekend after. He has a show then, and then the next one's the next Sunday, and the next Sunday after that, and then it's over. So we'll see how it all works out. But thank you all so much for watching my 25 and 2025 mid-year WIP parade / check-in / FO, which WIP is work in progress. FO is finished object. I don't have any FFOs, which is finally finished or fully. I think it's fully. Finally finished, fully finished, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. If you have any questions, leave them down. I'm going to try really hard to be really good at answering questions. But like also reading comments, it's hard to be like, do they want a response or do they not want a response? Or are they just saying thank you? Then do I need to say thank you or should I just heart it? So like the comments are a battle because then I want to be like, if you don't ask a question, then there's not really a response. But I can always say thank you. But then it's like, I just keep saying the same thing over and over again. That's how the battle. Another thing about Jack, I was telling him I want him to go to Alaska. My sister doesn't want to go, and my sister's husband doesn't want to go. My mom doesn't want to go. But like, I really want to take Jackson to Alaska because I think he'd love it because he's obsessed with penguins and like orcas now. I don't know. And I said, well, anyways, I'm trying to convince Jackson. I said, Jackson, you need to speak to your mom in her ear when she's asleep. Say, let me go to Alaska with Uncle Levi. I said, and then once you start convincing her, then you need to go in your dad's room, or his dad sleeps on the recliner or whatever. You need to go to his ear and say, I want to let me go to Alaska with Uncle Levi. So I don't think it's going to work, but I wish he sure could because it's going to be so fun. We're going for 12 days. 7 days. I thought it was 6 and 6. It's not. It's 7 days ship, 5 days land in June 1st. And we're taking Norwegian. I don't know what my sister said it was. I just ordered it and moved on. Anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. Toss that floss and let's stitch happen. Bye now.